Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to record screen as well as the audio in Expo React Native for iOS. I have made a similar video for Expo React Native for Android, so yeah, doing it for iOS as well. So we will be using ReplayKit for this, but one thing to note is that uh, like you can only record your own app. If you try to navigate away from your app trying to record some other apps, it will not work. Like Apple does not allow it as far as I'm aware. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, that's what we will be doing. So first we need to create an Expo project. So we can just go to this particular template, and I'll just show it. I'll just paste this over here. Okay, and here you can just use this blank TypeScript template. Now to create a project using this blank TypeScript template, this is just a cheat sheet which I have created, so don't get worried too much. So we can just copy this command. The reason I'm using this blank TypeScript template is it has less boilerplate code, and it also has TypeScript support. So I'm already in my workspace directory, and then I can just paste this command over here. Next, it will create the Expo project for us. So let's just wait for it to create the so I will just name it as my app. You can give it whatever name you feel like. Okay, so again this will take a bit of time. Now we need to write some native code as well. So for that we need to go to this particular URL to first create the iOS folder inside our Expo project. So I'll just select iOS device. I'll select development build. I have disabled EAS. I have already installed Xcode from Apple App Store. I have already installed Xcode command line tools as well. So if you haven't done already, you will have to do all this step. And then we need to first copy this command, and let's just wait for our project to get initialized first. It is installing those npm modules, so I think it should be done any moment now. So here you can see, then I can just cd to my app, then I'll just run this command. So I'll just paste this command and it will install the dependencies for us. So again, let's just wait. So yeah, in the meantime what we can do is we can scroll down and copy this command. So this will actually create the iOS folder for us. So now I can just paste this command. So first what it will do is it will uh, install dependencies using CocoaPods. Now this will take a bit of time, so let it do its thing. So once this is finished, I'll come back and tell you the next step. So as you can see, my CocoaPod installation was finished and it is asking me to run it on a device. I won't run it on a device because we haven't written any code as such. So I'll just do Control C. Then we need to install a module as well. Okay, to install the module, we can just go to this particular URL. Now we require a module which will be again a native module where we will be writing the actual code. So that's why we require to create a module. So you can just go to this particular URL over here, and you can just copy this particular command and paste it over here. Now this will ask you for a few questions like what should be the module name and everything. I'll keep everything as default and just press enter. Then that is, once that is done, again we need to do pod installation for our module as well. So you again need to run pod install dash project dash directory equal to iOS. So I'll just paste this command over here. Now again this will take a bit of time, let it do its thing. In the meantime, let's just open our project. Okay, so as you can see, here is our project. Now what I'll do is I will write down the entire code, then I'll come and explain it to you. But in the meantime, what you can do, just make sure you have the Xcode open. So for that you can just go to your app, go to iOS folder and double click on this .exe workspace, and it will take a little bit of time, but it will open it for you in Xcode, because we need to create one file in Xcode as well. We can't directly create it inside the we can't directly create it from VS Code, because there is something called target membership which is not set properly if you try to create the file in file from VS Code. So it's better to always create new files from Xcode as well, especially iOS specific files. So we need to create one iOS specific file as well. So let me write down the code first, and then I'll come and explain it to you. I have written down the code. Let's go through it step by step. So first what you will have to do is you will have to go to modules, my module, and here you will have to go to my module.ts file. So here I have defined two methods, start recording and stop recording as well. So yeah, just these two methods which we need to define. Then you will have to come to app.tsx, and here you will have to import your module. So this is how I am importing my module. My module name is just my module, and here I have just created two button. So on press of first button we just call my module dot start recording, and on press of second button we just do my module dot stop recording. So easy enough. Then you will have to go to Xcode, and you will have to scroll down. You will have to open this pod section if it is not already open, and here you will have to select development pods as well. And here you will have to again scroll down to whatever is your module name. So again, in my case it is my module. So you need to create this particular file called screen recorder. You should already see these two files. Again, it should be your own, it would be your own module name. So again, just right click, new empty file, okay, and name it as screen recorder. I have already created it, so I won't create it again. So I will just delete this untitled file which I have just added. So this is the screen recorder. Now to be completely honest with you, even I have copy pasted this code from GitHub, so I'm not really an expert on this, but I'll try to explain as much as I can. So first you have to import all this foundation, ReplayKit, photos and UI kit as well, because we are planning to save the video to the photos app as well once it is recorded, and then we'll play the video using AV player. So I'm not using React Native video, I'm just using AV player. So this is just an enum for error which I have defined. Then here is our class called screen recorder. Here is our video output URL. Here is video writer input, mic audio writer input, app audio writer input, save to camera roll equal to false, and here is our recorder, rp screen recorder dot shared. We have just created one singleton, and inside the init method we just do recorder dot is microphone enabled as true. Then here I have defined a method called start recording. So it just calls create video recorder, add video writer input, then create and add audio input, create for both mic audio writer input as well as app audio writer input, and then we start the capture. Then here we just check the photo library authorization status, whether we can access it or not. And here we have created this create video writer. So this is the method which I was talking about. Again, I'm not really good at this, so I'll simply scroll through this. Basically first here we are creating one file path, and then if the file path already exists we remove it, and here we just create our video. Then this is add video writer input. Again, I don't know what all this stuff is, so yeah, feel free to pause the video and copy the code. Then here is create and add audio input as well. So again, I've just copy pasted all this code. I'll simply scroll through this, and then here is one method called start capture. Again, I'll simply scroll through this. Feel free to copy this code. Then there is another method called handle sample buffer. Again, I've just copy pasted this code. Another method called add. Then we have the stop recording method as well. Again, I have just copy pasted it, and here we have the save video to camera roll after authorized as well, and here we have the save video to camera roll as well. So yeah, that's it. That's all the method which we have. Again, I'll simply scroll through this file one more time. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy the code. Okay, so the next thing which you need to do is, now you can come back to VS Code. So here you will just go to my module.swift, and here again this code should be present by default, uh, whatever is your module name. And here we just initialize our screen recorder file which we have created. Also we create one my URL variable as well, where the video is actually stored. Again, this code is present by default, so I have not changed anything. So I'll just simply scroll down, and here I have added one more method called start recording. So here we first get hold of our file manager, create a unique file name. You can change this to whatever you feel like, and here is our destination URL. We assign it to our my URL and start recording the video. So we pass the destination URL, save to camera roll as true, and here is a error handler as well. So in case if there is any error, I'm just printing it to the console, but maybe you can send it back to React Native side as well if you like. And this is the method for stop recording as well. So we just do screen recorder dot stop recording, passing the error to it. And on the main thread, we first get hold of our root view controller, then we assign it to our video URL, then we create an AV player, we create an AV player view controller as well, then we assign the player view controller dot player to our player, then we present the AV player view controller as well and start playing the video. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Again, this method is also present by default, so I have not touched anything. So yeah, that's it. Now let's see the output, guys. So here is the output. So I'll just click on the start recording button. It will ask me for user the permission, so I'll just click on record screen and microphone, and the recording has started. So I'm not sure if you guys can see it. At the very top there is this yellow color dot, which means recording has started. Now whatever I'm saying is getting recorded over here, and now I'll click on stop recording. I'll click on allow full access, and here you can see it has playing the now you I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but it's just that my Mac audio is taking precedence over the iPad audio. That's why you might not be able to hear it, but and also I'm mirroring my device, that's why. But in your case, you should be able to hear it properly. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.